Hello, my fellow Gargoyles, and welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Let's continue on.
My sis.
I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice.
So then, she's still alive, inside your heart. Nicky boy!
Oh, Miss Delight.
Is it true that Detective is the real killer?
To be honest, we don't have any definitive proof. But he's the only one who could have done it.
But wasn't he at the Lordy Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atme want to kill Kane Ballard?
Oops, it's almost time. Better get back into the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof. But it's gonna happen sooner rather than later. Here we go. Good luck, man. Yeah, good luck to me.
Yeah, get this Atme fellow in jail already.
Whatever.
Now then, the court is back in session. Mr. Look at me, please take the stand.
Well, how do you do, sir lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I'm gonna let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not one would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Master Musk. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Luke Atme has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could have known what's been going on in here.
You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Master Musk.
Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the arrogant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are, in fact, Musk the Musk. Of course.
Very well then. Look at me. Let us begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., Kane Ballard was murdered. Where were you at that time?
One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge.
Thanks.
Alright, Mr. Adme, the night of the murder. Speak. We're all ears. As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. Here we go. Yeah. I was stealing the urn as Master Musk, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. It's not... what? Enough time. Dipshit, look. It's almost 1 in the morning. How did you get there to the other side? It was like an hour trip or some shit. A photograph it contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Master Musk was the same time as the murder. Yeah.
It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene.
Everything else until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well. Even the great Master Musk cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Unfortunately, Mr. Adme, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know what he is a fool.
I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick.
The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. Ugh, excuse me. Alright. Okay. I want to know more. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point. That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You sent the calling card to Lordy Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent the card after you began your security watch, right? Indeed. There was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was a perfect opportunity to steal my latest target.
I see, you truly are evil, aren't you?
Yes, evil is what I am.
Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Detective Atme was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lordy Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he had no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona.
You know, that's true. It is kind of odd. What about the camera that took this photograph? Oh, come on now. It's all too clear what you're thinking. Huh? You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you?
I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lordy Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordy Taylor Sev that printed that picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered. I see.
Looks like I better find something else that could be suspicious.
So this alibi is false?
It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Ballard at the KB security.
But I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities.
No, there are two possibilities. Either the Master Mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. Okay. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here? Is that correct? Indeed it is. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime.
The very thing that proves you committed the crime? Surely even you understand by now.
Lordy Taylor provided that camera. There's no way I could have tampered with it. That means I could not have killed Cain Ballard unless I had an accomplice. Huh. Come on, think long and hard about that night. The basement warehouse, and this picture that supposedly captures it. It's gotta be here. Isn't there something funny about this picture? Yeah, bet there is. Oh.
Ah, it's Derek! Hi, Derek!
Been a while since we saw him on freaking Switch.
Man, no kidding. Are you implying that this picture is a fake? You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night, before the theft took place. And there's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night.
Very well then, let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph do you find funny?
Why, over here, because there's supposed to be the fucking statue!
The funny part is right here. Why this is a blood stain? Oh, blood! Now this case is getting interesting.
Not exactly. The stain is actually pink paint.
Oh, it's just paint. And peach colored at that.
From blood to peaches? This judge sure loves going on his wild tangents. The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is, when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, it turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen.
Well, Mr. Wright, what is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains?
The fucking statue! The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following.
Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, soon around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be a perfect size for the covering of the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it.
I myself was there the night the theft took place, and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue shouldn't have been there. That should have been there.
But when I went there the day after the theft, that statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner. Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally?
Your Honor, the statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move it that distance.
In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night?
Can you do it, Nick?
Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it? I mean, yeah, why did they move it?
Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you are prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime?
Well, I would assume the friggin' Luke. The one who moved the statue is none other than Luke and me.
Come now, Mr. Lawyer. There you go again on your strange delusions.
Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions?
It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night.
That is indeed very simple. However, why would I want to move a heavy golden statue?
The reason for moving the golden statue, here's where the battle really begins.
Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue?
The reason can be found here in this photograph. Look at me. You pretended to be Master Mask to create an alibi by showing you were at the Lordy Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like cheap film at a drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue.
A single fatal flaw?
Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Just where in this picture does the lie exist? Sorry, what? Oh well, this. The timestamp. Naturally, the lie is in this photo as the timestamp.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke at me went to the KB security and murdered Cain Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been at the Lordy Taylor at this time. I'm so confused. Yeah, you will.
But what does that have to do with the statue being moved?
Remember if you will, Your Honor. When was the statue placed beside the warehouse door?
Well,
The statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime. It was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Luke and Emmy already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. What the? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet.
oh,
So, on the day of the crime, Mr. Adme must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Adme had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did to make the room match the way it had been in this photo.
Order! Order! Mr. Adme, is this true?
One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this?
What's that?
The data from the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime.
It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lordy Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with that data.
Order! What is the meaning?
What's this stuff? I don't know. Chill about it.
Got it? I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down.
My 11th cup. I promise to drink no more than 17 during a trial. Which means I'm still good until the last drop.
However, the defense has a very good point.
A good point. So what? We are all but travelers on a road of infinite points.
I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points.
So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time? And that the statue was moved in order to make it match? That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied. Which is... that it is only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams.
That was a weird thing to end right there, but anyway.
That's very true.
No way. Don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Damask.
Yes?
If there is no funny business in your actions as Master Mask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it.
Yes, please provide the court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn.
The sacred urn? Okay, sure, why not? I received the request from Lordy Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box in It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th.
Huh. That's pretty much all stuff we've heard of before, isn't it?
Yeah. But we'll find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave.
Witness, you sure there are no mistakes this time?
Yeah, whatever.
Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
I mean... Oh. I didn't realize... I never read this damn thing. I'll be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art. Yeah. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Yours truly... The fuck? Hold on a second. Mr. Adme, if you really are Master Mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct? Oh, but of course.
Is there a problem with that calling card?
Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Master Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn.
Yes, that is true, but so what?
Truth be told, there is no way that Master Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on this urn is actually nothing more than paint stains.
Paint stains?
And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordy Taylor.
I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite.
The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse. The urn was broken due to human error, or should I say, the error-prone human. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn.
Ugh, you can't be serious.
And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Adme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yep.
Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Alright, that did it. He's broken.
Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose.
Huh?
God almighty. It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days?
Conviction, you say?
Yesterday we all decided unanimously that this man was Master Musk. And now we're calling him a murderer? You don't think we're being a tad fickle?
That's a good point.
No way, don't fall for that too, Your Honor! You say that Luke Adme was one who killed Cain Ballard? Now let me ask you this. Why would he do that?
An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright, motive. Might you, merry murderous motive manifest?
Nick, he's getting his second wind.
If he prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Ron Delight, you say, he must have a very strong motive for murder.
The only one with any motive was seen is Ron Delight. Isn't that right, Detective?
Indeed, according to my own research, the boy's motive is clear.
Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives are.
I'd be honored to, Sir Old-Timer.
They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. Okay, dokie.
Luke Atme, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Cain Ballard decided to investigate Masque de Masques and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. It was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Masque de Masques. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Cain Ballard. Truly a tragedy.
Oh God. Ugh. Excuse me.
So the victim, Cain Ballard, blackmailed the defendant?
This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. But what? Okay.
Very well, Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
I mean, the third one fucking didn't make sense then. Yeah, there's 1, 2, yeah. They wrote the book and sent it to, yeah. Then why would he send it to him when it should have gone to you then? Wait, did I mess up somewhere? Where's the... Yeah, why would he send it to him then? Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Adme?
Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright.
When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight,
I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction?
I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying these things like that.
You're the one to talk.
At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you got there, Junior?
Indeed, time to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter.
Okay, sure. That's not what I meant to press. My bad. Give me a minute. Yeah, I was about to say. There you go. Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the tier of this, the stolen jewel.
What about it?
The problem is this jewel's color. Color? I'm not much for discussing color myself. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel is blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day.
Red?
Which means, the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the tier of Amon, the Master Ma stole at all.
Objection!
And your point is, Mr. Trite? So you're trying to say that the blackmail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite?
That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright?
Well, that is what you're trying to say, right, Nick?
Yes. This is who Kane actually was blackmailing. Well, I mean, he was actually blackmailing the fucking defendant. Nasty Mosque. Wait. I am. I mean, yeah.
I'm impressed, Mr. Wright. That was a first-class joke.
I'm afraid I can only relate it second class myself.
Actually, I don't think it had any class at all.
I could laugh if I tried.
Okay, maybe not. Thanks everyone for your undying support, especially you, Maya. Thank you so very much. Okay, we come this far. Definitely not being fucking silent. What the fuck? Okay.
Alright. Okay, thank you. Shut up, everybody.
Oh.
But that would be him. Unless, wait, was he actually blackmailing him?
Oh my god, he was.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Okay, whatever. Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme.
Do you have some sort of basis for that claim?
You have been personally involved in every single Master Mask case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward.
A jewel?
Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. That is the diamond referred to in letter. Which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you.
Order! Order the court! Order it!
It seems you have gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite. Uh-oh. I don't like the way he said that. Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke at me. Are you for real? Yes, I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. You don't want your identity revealed to the world.
Yes, it certainly does.
Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Adme's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep secret. So just what was that identity?
Adme killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret?
That is what it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity that Luke Adme wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as the Ace Detective. It wasn't Master Maz as the Ace Detective. Luke Adme was an Ace Detective.
Thank you for that kind introduction. I am Luke Atme, Ace Detective. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other the angelic cherubs of light.
I am completely lost. Someone give me a translator. But anyway, everyone already knows you're an ace detective.
Okay.
Come on, Nick. Are you even trying anymore?
Actually, I'm kind of wondering myself. Yeah, me too. I am fucking... okay. Yeah, okay. What was the identity? Okay. The blackmailer man? Look at me. Look at me was a blackmailer.
Objection!
I'm sorry, what?
I'm really confused.
I'm confused as well, because I thought it was the other way around.
Hey now. Hey now.
Isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Acme. Are you saying that Acme was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
You have to admit it, that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Acme. But Ron Delight was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident?
Yes, just a few days ago after the Tier of Amon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person.
Yeah, and all that.
Detailed plans? In which case, what would mean that Ron Delight was actually Master Musk?
That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his target's form. And that someone was none other than Luke Admin.
Silence. Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
But what is?
When you were in a grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless, with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong?
How did you...
You say that I, Luke Atme, was blackmailing Ron Delight. In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Master Musk.
Well, yes.
Ron Delight started receiving plans on his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime.
Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
Oh, man.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Admin know that Ron Delight was the Master of the Musk? It had to be this one, right? Yeah. Yeah, the newspaper. I think I see it.
See what?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention.
What do you mean?
This newspaper clipping has a picture of you and Ron Delight in his guard uniform. It seems that Master Musk didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket.
That sounds far too stupid to be true.
Correct. With tricks like that, you couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Abby. That's when you learned that under his mask, Master Musk was really... Damn. Oh. But wasn't he supposed to be Master Musk? Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even ace detective.
I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud. Trying to pass himself as an ace detective. Why you? How dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective and also Master Musk. Why can't you understand that?
I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You are a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity.
Why you? How dare you even dare to... Oh, God. Oh, great, he's losing it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm not... Have to make one laugh, okay.
Is he done now?
It would seem we finally arrived at the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Adme.
Bailiff, please prepare to sail for Mr. Adme.
Objection.
Oh, God.
The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
What do you mean? I've already prepared to deliver my ruling.
Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge.
Huh?
You don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Wright. What do you... It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Acme was a filthy blackmailer. That he wasn't a Lordy Taylor he wasn't at the Lordy Taylor that night of the murder. That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bullet. But there is still one thing you have yet to prove.
What's that?
Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No way!
Jesus Christ, no!
Order the court. Well, Mr. Wright?
This is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Atme was at Mr. Buller's office on that night.
But can you really prove that?
That's long enough. Mr. Wright, I want to hear your answer. That night, Luke Atme was at KB security. And the defense... We can't prove that.
Yeah, because you don't have any evidence for that. Because how did it get over there?
Yeah, I can't prove that. I can't prove it.
Just as I thought.
What do you mean, fuck you, Judge? But, sorry. But if we hear more of Detective Atme's testimony... Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite. What do you mean? I won't allow you, or allow for any more testimony, that's what I mean. What? Have you forgotten? Luke Atme is here after we interrupted his own trial. And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as Master Mosk. No.
Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mosk. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Order the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness.
I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it'd be too late.
Huh? But why?
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Double jeopardy?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in a court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts. If it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else.
Mr. Atme will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as Master Mosk, which means...
He will be innocent as far as the murder of Cain Bullard is concerned.
No way.
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atme's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Cain Bullard's murderer.
I can't believe he's getting away with murder.
God damn it. Haven't seen that since the last one.
Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent. The real killer, Luke Atme, will go free.
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. And as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have declared that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections?
Damn.
Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atme.
No! Wait, what?
I think I see...
Your Honor, when you... what? A child... This is what was on your report every year? Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you...
Phoenix, raise your head high. What? Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? Oh, it's Mia!
A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets.
That voice. No way. Holy shit! God damn, hello, Mamma Mia!
Wait, what happened to Maya?
Yeah, spirit takes over and takes the appearance of the dead person, so yeah.
Damn, an improvement on the chest area.
That's why the fuck are you the pervert of this group?
I'm not, I'm just saying.
And I approve. Shut up, man.
Long time no see, Phoenix.
But Mia? This is the true power of the Korean channeling technique. I know that's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now she's my mentor, Mia Fey.
Now, let's do this.
But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine.
Not yet. The testimony's not over yet.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks.
Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. Yeah, the master did. My verdict will verify that.
Okay.
Yes, but these comments appear to have no important
Very well, then we shall prove that importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that right with you, prosecutor?
Oh.
Is something the matter, Mr. Goddard?
Nothing.
Oh, Sir Lawyer, looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, look at...
Let's hear it.
Huh?
It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of a cross-examination.
Mr. Garrett, what are you...
Very well then, Mr. Look at Me. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your early remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declare the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please give us one last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance.
Yes, Chief.
Oh boy, don't screw this up. Oh, thanks for the fucking confidence. Indeed, it is true that I was not at the Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vital important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Light was wearing his Master Mas outfit, which is why he has no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Savvy. Therefore, the evidence points to that poor boy.
This testimony actually seems to hold pretty well.
The witness' early remarks does not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything.
But of course.
But how do you know about the emergency buzzer?
The police investigation documents went directly through me. And I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer.
Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer?
I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
We cannot postpone Luke Admey's trial any longer. This is your last chance.
Hang on a sec. Just one chance? It seems that the party's about to begin.
Well, Phoenix, there isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony. So it would seem.
What do you mean? So it would seem.
Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it.
Cup number 17, the last cup. It seems the time has come to put an end to this trial. I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony. And I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find the contradictory remark and press it.
Remember, you can only get one chance.
Very well then, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination.
Why do I feel like this is like the final boss, even though this is episode 2 of the fucking game? I don't know, it's goddamn weird. I only get one fucking chance out of this, and that's what fucking scares me. Okay, definitely not this. I don't see that now. Okay, so you know that one. Yeah. Key card. Okay. It only sounded once. I mean, he would know that. Yeah. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? I mean, yeah. You could have sounded it. I mean, how... You know what? I'm saving.
Don't you dare.
Saving! Don't you stop me, Judge!
Let me get done, damn it, again.
I'm going with this one. I'm pressing my luck. Oh,
Wait, was that it?
Did you get it?
I think so. Mr. Adme, about this last remark.
What?
You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. This is my only first one. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Got It. Well, what? Mr. Adme, it seems you have finally admitted it. That you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder.
How can you say that?
Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Adme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit, is that correct?
Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof.
More like your deductions prove that you were a fool.
I'm sorry? What do you mean?
For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as Master Mask when he went to the scene of the crime?
That was,
It was just a few hours ago. And when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare.
Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up to now.
That's right. The defendant had to yet tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should have known are those who have been watching this trial.
Yeah.
Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There is no way that you should have known about that. Oh, yeah, that would make sense because he wasn't in here because he was in a different trial. You were in the next courtroom being tried as Master Mask. So then enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information?
Well,
Come on. This detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out.
only one?
One way, you say? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony.
when I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there.
For a second, my client witnessed a real killer. But Mr. Delight never solved his attacker. There was no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Abney. It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight. If possible, Detective Adme, you saw Master Mask at that murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Cain Ballard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Uh-oh. Ah.
What's going on?
Is that an earthquake?
No, he's getting crazy.
Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
That's the same line you gave yesterday.
But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time.
What an awfully complicated incident. Cain Ballard was blackmailing Look At Me, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Look At Me tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime.
And to that end, he came up with his plan to use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi.
At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth.
Excuse me.
I came perilously close to... Oh my god, the same shit again. Oh, with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me.
Oh, I didn't realize you were there.
Why wouldn't he be?
About the verdict.
I know. You never committed any murder.
That's right. I'm so glad you understand that, but
Don't.
I really am Master Mask.
Huh?
So thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? The double jeopardy?
Now that you mention it.
I've been careless. Careless? What do you think, Mia?
As the defense says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent.
Then, Master Mask is really innocent.
It would seem so. For now.
For now?
That's not good.
Now then, the court finds this defendant not guilty.
Hot fucking damn! Jesus Christ! I didn't think I was gonna do two fucking different kind of trials in one fucking episode.
Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I'm still...
Even the game's like, okay, shut up now. Just go.
You did it, Phoenix.
God damn, does she really need to show up her...
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days.
Oh?
I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days.
You mean about becoming the master of terrain channeling school?
Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother.
Misty Faye, right?
Watch over her, will you, Phoenix?
Of course.
Well then, see you around.
See you later.
Where's she going?
Well, me just fucking leaving the body. Mia.
Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say.
Congratulations, Mr. Delight.
Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though. Now that I...
Come on, just be happy already.
Maya?
You've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as Master Mask to boot.
But in exchange, I lost everything.
Huh? What do you mean?
Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming Master Mask. I did it all for one reason, for her.
You mean your wife, Desi?
She hates criminals more than anything.
Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she?
She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but...
Once I got fired from KB Security, I lost all the money I had. She wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure.
So that's why you became Master Mask.
Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. But that's not true, right, Nick?
Right.
Really? Can we go back to the way the things were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
Wait, what? I can prove it? I can. I kind of wish you would check with me first. Is there like, even if a bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together. What? What are we talking about, buddy? Oh, was this?
Thank you, Mr. Wright, for trying to cheer me up. You don't have to put on a brave face just for me.
Huh?
I think I'm going to go off by myself and think things over for a while. Wait, Mr. Delight. Farewell, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
He's gone.
I guess that didn't go do much to make him feel any better. Okay.
Hey, Nicky boy.
Miss Delight.
I haven't seen Ronnie. Do you know where he is? And here I was ready to throw him a great big not guilty party. Nicky boy.
Yes?
I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us.
Oh, well, take care of yourself.
You too, Nicky boy.
I can feel my face going red.
Mr. Nick, Mr. Maya, congratulations.
Oh, God, not again. Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Nick, how could you? When another... Oh my God, here we go again.
Oh, my God, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Ow! Oh, God. So just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness. Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Oh!
You're the sacred urn, you idiot.
I'm stupid. Here's a perfect example of one that would put back together even better than before. Oh.
That's cute.
Well, good job. You took care of episode 2.
Ugh. But still, all that for episode 2, and there's fucking... Ugh. What? Bio, why are you in a goddamn fucking maid cafe outfit?
Only in Japan, man. Only in Japan.
Son of a bitch. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. We're finally done with fucking episode 2. And now the third one's Recipe for a Turnabout. But yes, we finally got there. Holy crap.
And it's only been 10 episodes.
Oh, God damn it, you're right.
God, I can't imagine what the last one's gonna be like. God, fuck.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, be sure, you know what? You guys know the drill. If you enjoyed, just cut to the outro.
Let's rock.